When it comes to shopping for tablets this holiday season, there are two main contenders: the Nvidia Shield tablet and the Apple iPad Air 2. Aside from both being very capable tablets, the two devices are worlds apart. Here are 10 reasons why you should consider the Shield tablet over the iPad Air 2 for your gaming and entertainment needs. At a glance, the iPad 2 pulls ahead because of its larger, higher resolution screen and slightly thinner casing, but we argue that bigger isn't always better. The Nvidia Shield tablet is a tad lighter than the iPad Air 2. That and its narrower screen makes it easier to pack in a backpack, messenger bag, or purse. Even though the iPad Air 2 has a very impressive high-resolution Retina display, the Shield tablet is no slouch. In fact, its 16:10 aspect ratio might be preferable to the iPad's 4:3. You can watch movies and play games at 1080p resolution on the Shield tablet without having thick black bands on the top and bottom of the screen. Although the iPad Air 2 wins out with the rear 8-megapixel camera, the Nvidia Shield tablet evens things out by offering a 5-megapixel HDR camera on both sides. So, Shield tablet users can take quality photos and 1080p video no matter which camera they use, which is important when they live stream games on Twitch, something only the Shield tablet can do directly without adapters or add-ons. Lastly, the Shield tablet features the Nvidia Hub, which helps organize your games and entertainment apps. The Nvidia's tablet also has advanced features like shadow play, so you can always capture your best gaming moments. The 16GB Wi-Fi Nvidia Shield tablet retails for $299, while the comparable 16GB Wi-Fi iPad Air 2 starts at $499, a difference of $200. Even if you compare the Shield tablet with the previous generation iPad Air, you still save $100 by going with the Shield. You'll still come out ahead if you decide to pick up the Shield controller for an additional $59.99. Other models include the 32GB Shield tablet with LTE capabilities for $399. The iPad Air 2 doesn't have a 32GB model, and its 64GB version with cellular data goes for $729. Meanwhile, the previous generation iPad Air 32GB model with cellular retails for $579. No matter how you look at it, the Nvidia Shield tablet has the lower price tag. In order to hook up an iPad to an HD TV, you'll need a special Apple Lightning Display AV adapter, which retails for about $49.99. The Nvidia Shield tablet, on the other hand, requires a mini HDMI to HDMI cable or adapter, which can range anywhere between $7 to $30 at most for a 6-foot cable. That's a huge price difference. There's also the matter of how some entertainment apps might not work well with the Apple AV adapter, if at all. That isn't as much of a concern when using the Shield tablet, because it can be set to mirror mode. So anything that can be seen on the tablet screen also shows up on the television, including images and web videos played through the browser. Also, let's not overlook the fact that the Nvidia Shield tablet is the only tablet that displays 4K Ultra HD graphics, for those that want to make the most out of their 4K HD TVs. The iTunes App Store gets top marks when it comes to the selection of games, movies, music, and other entertainment, but let's face it, the App Store is a monopoly. You can't shop around and price compare if you're looking to pick up an app. Your options are a little more open with the Shield tablet since it's an Android device. You can choose between Google Play or the Amazon App Store, which gives away a free premium app every day. The selection between the iOS and Android app stores are closely competitive, with most major games available for both device types. There's also the added convenience of being able to purchase books and music straight through respective third-party apps on an Android tablet, which you cannot do on an iOS device because Apple wants you to stick with the iTunes purchasing. Speaking of iTunes, you can only purchase items by launching the iTunes app on your computer, iPhone or iPod Touch or iPad. That's fine if you've already committed most of your digital lifestyle to Apple. Those people with iPads coupled with Android phones aren't so fortunate. Since the Nvidia Shield tablet is an Android device, it has the added convenience of purchasing apps and media through a web browser using Google Play or Amazon. So if you're at your friend's place or at a public computer and you don't have your phone on hand, you can still buy whatever you want without hassle. Although both the Nvidia Shield tablet and iPad Air 2 support Bluetooth gamepads, the Shield tablet is the only one with a dedicated controller built specifically for it. The Shield controller uses a dedicated Wi-Fi antenna, which not only offers better responsiveness, but leaves your Bluetooth connection free for other devices like a headset or speaker. We're not talking about any old controller either. The Shield controller has a built-in headphone jack, a touchpad, and volume control. You can even map its controls to touch gestures so that you can use the gamepad for Android games. Furthermore, the Shield tablet supports up to 4 Shield controllers at once, which is great when hooking up to an HD TV and playing multiplayer games with friends. All the games on the iTunes can't compare to what's available across the entire PC gaming world. You can purchase full games from digital retail sites like Steam, Origin, and GOG.com and play them through your Shield tablet if you have a computer with a recent generation Nvidia graphics card in it. PC games stream directly over the in-home network, remote Wi-Fi, or over a cellular LTE connection. That means you can take your PC gaming on the go and play from almost anywhere without compromising on graphics or having to purchase a special mobile port of the game. Even if you don't have an Nvidia-powered gaming computer at home, Shield tablet owners are automatically eligible to use Nvidia Grid for free. Nvidia Grid is a gaming streaming service that is in development, and it currently has 20 PC games to choose from, which can be played for free. The iPad Air's built-in stereo speakers have been significantly upgraded compared to previous generation mono speakers, but they are still rear-facing. If you lay the iPad flat on the table could absorb much of the sound. The Nvidia Shield tablet features loud front-facing dual-bass reflex port stereo speakers. So whether you're watching a video or playing a game, the sound is pointed in your direction and not away. There's nothing worse than spending a couple $100s and finding out that you do not have enough memory to fit all your apps, music, photos, and videos. Not much of a worry if you're using a Shield tablet because it has a micro SD memory card slot. You can offload all your stuff onto a memory card and leave the main storage free for apps and games. There's no way to increase the iPad's storage, so hitting capacity means you'll either have to start deleting things or buy a new iPad. If you like to draw or are one of those people who jots down notes by hand, the Nvidia Shield tablet is the device to have. Not only does its slimmer shape make it easier to hold in one hand while writing with the other, but the tablet comes with a high-precision stylus, along with apps like Nvidia Dabbler for drawing and Just Write for notes. You have to buy a stylus separately for the iPad, and one that offers the same precision and quality as the Nvidia Direct Stylus 2 can cost quite a bit. All this makes the Shield tablet the go-to device for people who still like to get hands-on with their digital devices. Despite being a 6th generation tablet, the iPad Air just isn't meant to be shared. The tablet is registered to one user, and its setup and almost everything that's on it is accessible to anyone that picks it up. Android devices like the Nvidia Shield tablet feature multiple user profiles, so household members can check their email and schedule their calendars without accidentally looking at yours. Profiles can be set up with different privileges, so certain people can be restricted from using certain apps. All content, like photos and apps, are stored away within each individual password-protected profile, so you don't have to worry about household members snooping through your stuff and everything stays relatively organized. The iPad Air 2 and the Nvidia Shield tablet both have their merits, but if you're looking for a gaming device that won't break your bank, the Nvidia Shield tablet is the one for you. For more content of the Nvidia Shield tablet, be sure to head over to Shacknews.com.